Hey, party people. I don't, my podcast is so nonchalant.
It really
I
is.
don't have an intro at all. I'm just like, hey, let's start chatting.
What's good?
This is Natalia. This is my girl. This is Natty girl. I've been referring to you a lot as Natty online, and I'm like, do people know who I'm talking about? Probably not.
I don't think so.
Just one day.
I feel like you just call me that. I don't think you've done a hard launch on Natty.
This is the hard launch.
This is the hard launch.
This is the hard launch. She's Natty.
I'm Natty.
From now on. I don't know, it just like stuck one day and I cannot call you Natalia anymore.
No, I love it. Only like really close people call me Natty. Like ever since I was a child. So
love
this
that.
is like you're it. Like you're a
Wow.
sis. Like, you're a sis.
It's official?
It's official.
I want to get married.
Not it being official here. To get married.
Not
We almost
yet.
did in Vegas.
We really almost did. We were like, let's get hitched. Why not?
Tempted.
You and me.
12 hours in Vegas.
It'll do something to a person. It'll make you want to get married, have kids.
The way we grew so much, like, in all ways, as people together,
Mm-hmm.
that Vegas trip. If you're trying to, like, grow as a person, go to Vegas for 12 hours with
Your
a close
best
friend,
Mm-hmm.
and then you guys will come back sisters.
I'm telling you.
Like, we were already sisters, but, like
that was an experience. That was for sure an
soul
experience.
tied. Yeah.
That's a little bit about us. We came back.
Not us just expressing our love for each other.
We came back married with new nicknames. Like,
Yeah.
we should go again. We'll see what happens.
I'm waiting.
But I wanted to have Natalia on the podcast because I just have this new love of recording in my car, and I think that it's a perfect place to kind of record with someone because I feel like we have chats everywhere, but car chats, like,
I feel like our car chats though are like superior.
they go hard.
'Cause
They
we
really do.
go on like long road trips. We've been on like 2 together.
That's
but
actually so true.
I feel like our most deep conversations have been in the car.
Right? The car is just such a safe space. I just felt like it was perfect for us to sit down here and chatty with Natty. That was good. That was
I
good.
like that.
That was really good.
No, I feel safe here.
It was funny because Natalia got in the car and she was like, what are we talking about today? Because I really was just like, come on the podcast. Like, let's just chat.
Of course, I was down, but I was like, all right, but like, what are we talking
about? You know, it's weird because when we became friends, like, we were on the same kind of life path, but still, like, not, because I was in, like, a long-term relationship and you weren't. You're single, and, I mean, recently, the past 7-8 months, I've become single, and you were, like, my, hey, single girl, single gal pal, like, let's do this thing. Teach me your ways. I talked about you in my dating episode, and I was like, Natty she's teaching me things. She's teaching me a thing or two.
She knew to come to me for a reason.
Natalia.
She's like, Natalia, give me the guide.
I need help. Give me your wisdom.
Yeah.
Like, hot girl summer for dummies. Like, that's what I needed. That's literally what I needed.
Hey, how was it though? Like, did you have a hot girl summer? Like,
Hello, yes. Hello, I had the best summer ever.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No, you did.
I remember, like, us having a conversation where we were like, we are two single girls. Like, now we're on the same path of life. That's, like, we're experiencing this together, which is crazy. And ever since then, our lives have been actually insane, criminal, like, psychotic how aligned we are in so many ways. So I always knew that I wanted to, like, talk to you about single life and everything because we have these chats all the time. And even, like, the beginning of my breakup and everything, we've just always talked about relationships, being single, dating, like, that whole world is just a constant conversation between us. We're really, like, getting each other through it. We really are.
No, like, if I didn't have you the past 6 months, just, like, being able to relate to you and, like, going through so many similar dating experiences and life experiences in general, but, like, especially in this category, it's wild.
Mm-hmm.
How we're being tested in the same ways.
Exactly.
It's so wild.
Exactly. We kind of talked about this recently, when we were in Oceanside and we were on a walk having one of our talks.
One of our talks.
And we were just talking about how it is so important for us personally. Everyone is different, but for us personally to be single in our 20s. And, you know, I was in a long relationship, and now being single, I am realizing how important it is for me to have this time of independence. And it's just for me personally, like, it's different for everyone.
Yeah.
But for me, I needed this. I needed to learn how to be alone and to truly feel this freedom. It's crazy. And you agreed with me as well that, like, how important it is being single right now.
Yeah, because I feel like I have been single, you know, since I was 18. That's when my last serious relationship was. So having all this time to myself has taught me so much and has taught me how to love, you know, taking myself on dates and being alone. And I've learned just so much about myself. And if I didn't have this time, I feel like I wouldn't know what I want out of my next partner and what I need from my next partner. And now that I feel like I've had this time, I'm 23, but like I feel like I am ready for a relationship because of the time that I've put into getting to know myself.
Exactly.
You know? And like diving into friendships and just like exploring being selfish.
Yeah.
Fully selfish.
You have your foundation.
Yeah.
And you have your base.
Yes.
And I also think that, like, you pour into yourself and everything that you're giving yourself, and it makes you realize, like, I'm not gonna have someone in my life that I'm not feeling the way that I'm feeling right now. Like, I'm not feeling as fulfilled as I do. It's a different type of, I don't know, just it's a different feeling, a different type of happiness when you are giving yourself all of those things.
You literally have to be better than my solitude for me to fully invest, because my solitude is so sacred to me at this point. Like, I'm not willing to just give that to anyone or like give that away for just anyone. Like, you have to add to my life. You can't just, you know,
weasel your way in here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have your own peace, and you've created your own peace and your own safe space and happiness and everything. And I think that is so important to have, like, be your own home base, honestly.
Yeah, be your own home, and then attract someone who is their own home as well, and then you guys come together and are like freaking powerhouse.
Yes, you are your own entities.
Yeah.
Your own beings that are coming together to choose to love each other and to choose to create
to build and to support, not like depend on each other for happiness, but to come together
and build a life together.
Yeah, just build.
And
that's hard for for me too. Like when I first got out of my relationship, I depended my happiness so much on him. So like when I was by myself, it was so scary, and I was like, okay, like, what the heck? Like, this is so weird, like, being alone, and it's very uncomfortable, of course. Like, I'm sure, obviously, it was for you, too, but
yeah.
Once you just let time pass, time heals everything, and put in the work to getting to know yourself and do things for you, you're like, whoa, I'm so cool, and I'm not willing to just give my time to anyone anymore.
It's a different sense of confidence and respect, like, within yourself.
Yeah.
I said, like, home base because that was something that I didn't realize how much I depended on that home base, because that home base was another person. And after my breakup, I felt so lost, and I had to learn to find home bases in other things where it's me or my friends or my family, and instead of just one person. And I've really truly found that within myself, where alone I am so at peace and I am so fulfilled, and I love this. Like, I love this.
Yeah.
So it is so true that I'm not going to be with someone unless they add to that, or it's still that same thing, you know. Doesn't break that.
Just having that solid foundation within yourself is everything. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. This matcha's not the best today, but it's okay. It's doing its job. It's doing its thing. It's doing what I needed it to do. Do you get sad about not being in a relationship? Because maybe it's people that you see that are in relationships, and are you ever like, God damn, I want that?
Yes.
I feel like it's so normal.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can get in my head a lot because a lot of my friends have been in multiple relationships since I've been single. So it's like, okay, why have I not found my person yet? Am I doing something wrong? But then I have to remind myself that I'm not just going to date anyone, and I've worked so hard to get to the point where I am now, where it's like if I were to just settle for someone who isn't going to be adding to my life, like that wouldn't be self-love, you know?
Exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, obviously, we all want to love and be loved. That is I feel like the goal of the human experience
Yes.
is to have that connection. And yes, I want to get married someday. Yes, I want to have kids someday. Like, but I know it's all going to happen. I'm
In its
not
own
going to
time.
like continue comparing myself to my friends that are in happy relationships and some not happy relationships, because then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I learn a lot through my friends, and yeah.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
I feel like I have learned so much from my friends, and just like witnessing things, those that are in relationships, those are not in relationships. And I really find so much peace in being like, if something was supposed to be there, then like it would be there.
Mhm.
And I think that's so prominent when you start to compare yourself to other people that are in relationships or whatever. It's like, if that was meant to be for me right now, then it would be, and that person would be in my life. And you can't just like go out there searching and chasing, because
No chasing.
no chasing.
No chasing.
If
You hear me?
If you take something from this podcast, do not chase.
No chasing. Only receiving. Okay?
We talk about that all the time. We're
Yeah.
just like, I am in the receiving mode
Yeah.
all the time.
Because I have chased. I have done that. Because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna switch up the plot a little bit. I'm gonna chase this boy.
I'm going after what I want. I'm in my masculine.
And, you know, sometimes it does work for some girls. I'm not gonna... Hey, if you've done that before and it's worked out...
Oh, go off.
Go
yeah,
off.
Yeah.
But for me, it doesn't... it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I want to feel like I'm being pursued and chased, and but to have that mutual thing, like, okay, you're chasing me, I feel that, and like I'm gonna give that back to you now because I feel it, and I want you to feel like I want you too.
Yes.
So it's like a mutual thing. But initially, I need to know that like I'm the one you want.
I think that's in a lot of cases. We talk about this a lot with feminine and masculine energy, and being in your feminine energy is receiving, is sitting back and like receiving everything.
Just being.
And just being is enough
Mm-hmm.
to receive all of that and to be chased.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything for someone to chase you.
Literally just be you.
Exactly.
And someone will see that and want that.
Exactly. And talking about the feminine and masculine energies, like masculine energies are the ones that, hey, they're supposed to go after you. They're supposed to plan the things. They're supposed to ask you out on the dates and stuff. And those roles go back and forth a lot of the time, but it's something that I have really had to reflect on a lot, because I felt like I've always been in a masculine energy in my past relationship, and having to step into that role a lot, it didn't allow me to be in my feminine at all. And now with dating and stuff, I have had to consciously do that and change that and be like, no, you don't need to do this. I've always felt like I've had to be an initiator in a lot of things, and I'm like, no, I don't want that. I don't want to be that.
Yeah.
I just want to be cute and like sit back and be pretty and have a man chase me.
Have a man chase you and like plan out dates and like just take charge. Like that's so hot when a guy is like able to like be like, I have this planned out for us.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's so sexy. Like,
Yes.
what?
I told you guys.
It's really not that hard either. It could be
Yes.
the most simple thing. Like, dude, literally, don't take me to any 5-star restaurant. Like, take me to the beach. Let's go get burritos. Let's watch the sunset. That's it. It could be a $5 date. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be this, like, thought out thing. It's just, like, taking charge.
Exactly.
You know?
And even in the most simple way, I dated this guy a few months ago, and we went on quite a few dates. And for the first 4 or 5 dates, all of them were, I'm picking you up at 7, be ready at this time. This is the attire to wear. And I loved that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. It was so, I just had to like walk outside and get in his car. Like, that's all I had to do. He had everything planned out.
Yeah.
And stuff. And it was even simple dates too. One of them was going to the beach and like watching the sunset and just talking for a long time. And I loved that. But it was that in combination with that kind of, I'm taking care of it. And that like taught me a lot. There are guys that they just do that because they're in their masculine energy, and I'm like, hello, bring that masculine energy over here.
Literally, that's how you know a guy is in his masculine, is by the way he like takes you on a date. You know, like it will be like, I'll pick you up here, we'll have the date all planned out. Like,
they'll pay for it.
They'll pay for it. They'll pay for your In-N-Out burger.
I never talked about that. You were waiting for that.
I'm sorry. Can we please talk about this, you guys? This isn't like. I'm so happy she had this experience.
This is the perfect time to talk about it too.
Let's talk about it.
Because
let's dive in.
I took a little pause for my feminine energy. And I had to take charge for a second.
Yeah.
So
no, the fact that we both had this experience. Wait, I want to share mine too.
Okay.
You guys, we both experienced the same type of guy.
The same exact guy. It's by the end of this episode video, you'll understand when we say that we're on the same twin flames. Exactly.
Soul tied.
So that same guy that took me to the beach, little sunset right after the sunset. I was like, I'm hungry. He's like, I'm hungry. It was late at this time. The only thing that was open was In-N-Out. So let's go to In-N-Out. We're standing in line. And mind you, this is our second date. The first date, we went bowling and then we went to eat afterwards. And the bowling, he paid for it. But when we went out to eat, we split the check. Right? And I was just like, okay, that's fine. Because he paid for bowling. We weren't planning to eat afterwards. Whatever, we split it. I wasn't really thinking too much about it because I was just like, I can't judge off of one thing. But I was going to pay attention the next date to how that went. So we were at In-N-Out. And we're waiting in line. And I'm like, I'm going to test him. And my way of testing him was being like, are you going to go first? It's like, are you going to go order first? And that was kind of an opening for him to be like, well, we're going to go together. Like, I'll pay for you, basically.
Exactly.
Just to figure out where his head was at about this, right? So I'm like, are you going to go first? And he's like, yeah, sure. And he walks up to the register. And as soon as he walked away, I literally went like this. I was like,
you're like,
okay, noted. All right, whatever. I go up. I order after. We're walking to like whatever booth, and he's like telling me some funny story that like the cashier told him, whatever. And we sit down, and I go, can I be honest with you?
We love this.
And he goes, yeah, sure. I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you for a second. He's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. I go, you should have paid for me.
Hell yeah, you did. Oh my gosh.
I go, yeah, you should have paid for me. I go, I'm fine. I could pay for myself, but you did ask me on this date.
I'm going to freaking In-N-Out, bro.
And you should have at least offered. I go, I could pay for myself, but you should at least offered.
That's what I think. If he asked you on the date, he should take care of it. Obviously
I
be
think so
open
too.
to paying for yourself, but
Mm-hmm.
he should have paid. Period.
1,000%.
Doesn't matter if you're going to Nobu or McDonald's or In-N-Out. He asked you out. He's paying.
Yeah. And see, this was the beginning too of me dating. So I was still learning. But that was one thing I did learn from my friends was like, he should pay.
Like, obviously you can pay for your own stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not like all about women stepping into
Mhm,
power.
mhm.
And he asked you.
I told him that. And he was absolutely flabbergasted.
Yeah.
He was
As you should.
so taken back. You can tell the embarrassment on his face. Where he literally just sat back and was just like covering his face and was just like, And he apologized. And he was like, you were right. He did, like, he goes, that won't happen again.
You're like, this is our last date, sir.
I go, I'm not seeing you. So basically why I did this and what was going through my head before I sat down was I knew that made me feel some type of way. And I knew that made me feel like, and I was going to act a little bit different because I was really taken back and it was really unattractive.
You weren't in your feminine.
It was really unattractive where I was just like, and we had kind of a drive home and we still had to eat our food. And I was like, I'm just going to say something because I'm not going to sit there and act different and him be like, why is she acting different? I didn't want to create that when I can just be honest and open that conversation. And also I kind of wanted to give him the space. I told him this too. I kind of wanted to give you the space to like talk about it and explain because I don't know your situation. He could be in a situation where he can't pay for me, you know?
Yeah.
So I wanted to open that up just to like talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And because I totally respected that. So I didn't want to act different if that's a situation and I'm getting upset. Like I wanted to be leave that space open for him to talk about it.
Of course.
And I'm so glad that I did because after that, we honestly had a pretty good conversation about it. And after that, it was good.
I feel like it was a growth moment.
It was.
For both of you. Because, like,
yeah.
for me, it would be... For me, I'm not confrontational at all. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
I probably wouldn't have said anything. I would have just been like, okay, I have an ick. This is probably the last time I'll see him. Just because that's just how I am. But, like,
Yeah.
I'm glad you said something, you know?
If I didn't, then that would have been the same situation. I would have been like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. But after that, I liked how he didn't make excuses or anything. He was just like, I fucked up. Like, I'm sorry. And after that, we went on a few more dates, but he gave a lot of boy energy. That situation at the time, I was like, it's a yellow flag. And now looking back, it was a red flag. That kind of melted into different things that I experienced with him. And yeah, he was, I need a man. That's basically what I'm saying. I need a man. I don't need a man, but if I'm going to be with someone, it's going to be a man. That's what I mean.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah,
Of
there you
course. You want a man, you don't need one.
Mm-hmm.
But you know the next one is going to be a man.
A man.
A man. Yeah, so basically the same thing happened to me that happened to Lindsay. So I went on a date with this guy that I had been talking to. We were talking like on and off for like 4 to 6 months. It wasn't anything super serious, but so I was in LA, we started talking, and then I moved out. We stopped talking for a little bit, and then but I'm always like in LA, like on the weekends and stuff, and he ended up asking me to get dinner one night. So I was like, for sure, I'm down. Haven't seen this guy in a while. Why not? So we meet up at this like little Italian, like it's like this like Italian takeout.
Mm-hmm.
So we go up to the line with me with like guys and like paying, like I can fully pay for myself. That's not a problem. I will always expect to like put my card down, like I'll like pull it out, but like
Same.
I think that the respectful, nice thing to do, like if a guy asks you out, especially if it's a first date, second date, like he should take care of you. Like I want to feel taken care of, you know?
I want a man to be like, put your card away.
Put your card away.
What are you doing? Put that away.
Yeah.
Oh, I love when that happens. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Exactly.
All
And
right.
then, like,
Pay for me.
I'll ask a guy out on a date and, like, buy him a drink. Like, you know, it's like,
Yes.
but if you're going to ask me, I do expect that. So the cash register is like, okay, who's next? And then I was like, do you want to go? And then he's like, yeah, I'll go. So I was like, okay. So he like orders, and then he was like, what do you want? And then I was like, my first initial instinct is to always say, I'll get this, but like don't worry about paying for me. That's just my initial reaction, because I don't want them to assume that
you expect it.
I expect
Yeah.
it. Like, you know?
No, I totally
It's
get
like-
you. I would be like, I got
I
myself.
got it.
I got myself.
Right. But so I said that, right? I was expecting him to be like, no. Like, I got you. Like, I asked you. He goes, okay.
Okay.
I was like, okay.
All right.
All right. And the cash register kind of looked at us like, so guys, listen to this. So after that happened, the cash register like saw my face a little bit. Like, I was just like, so he literally goes, you're not going to pay for her? You should have seen this guy's face. I've never seen a more red face so quickly in my life. I looked at him and I was like, I felt so awkward, because I was like, not the cash register literally roasting his ass right now.
Not him standing up for me.
Not him standing up for me right now. He goes, you're not going to pay for her? And I was like, oh.
Oh.
And so he was like trying to like laugh it off. He's like, haha. This is like traumatic for me, you guys. Like, the amount of discomfort I felt in my body, I was like, I'm gonna throw up right now. Like, is this actually happening? Like, I felt like I was in like 6th grade or something. Like, I don't even know. It was just so awkward.
You were gonna throw up. He was gonna pee his pants. Like, it was.
Emotions were heightened for everyone. I was like,
and the cashier was
I'm
like,
gonna leave right
ready
now.
to throw hands for you.
Ready to throw hands for me. I was like, I love you. Like, low-key, thank you, but like not, because this is so awkward. So anyways, he ended up paying for me because literally
because he
felt
the most embarrassed ever.
so embarrassed. And after that, like, obviously I was like, okay, like, this is he gave me yellow flags after that, because I was just like, okay, first of all, that whole situation was such an ick. Like, I don't know if I can get over that.
I remember.
And I literally told my friends and I told you, I was like, honestly, like, I don't know if I want to go on another date with him, because of that situation was just so uncomfortable for both of us. But we ended up going on another date, and this is what finally did it for me. So this boy drove all the way from LA to OC to just come and like have like a fun night. I was driving, and we both wanted ice cream. So we're like, let's go to Dairy Queen. We're in the drive-thru, and I was fine with paying. Like, it's literally like a cone.
Yeah.
But I was kind of like
$1.25.
Right. But like, from the past experience, I was like, okay, this is gonna be like a test. Like, is he gonna like, because the situation last time was so awkward for us, like, is he gonna make it awkward again, where like I'm gonna have to grab for my purse and pay for this $2 ice cream, which, by the way, I'm totally fine with doing, but it was just to see how he was gonna react. That was gonna be a moment. So I slowly grabbed for my purse, and he goes, wow, could you grab your purse any slower? He doesn't even reach for his wallet. He's just observing me, and he goes, could you reach any slower for your purse? After that, I was like, this is over. Oh my gosh. No, that was like also traumatic, because I was like,
I don't remember. Did he? You paid.
I paid for the ice cream.
Wait.
Which is fine. Like, I really don't care. It's just the way he handled the situation.
Naughty girl.
I felt so, like, just, like, icky.
No, icky ick.
Yeah. I was like, dude, I should not be stressed out about this type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We should just not.
Wow, can you reach for your fucking purse any slower?
The way that he said that to me, I was like, we're done here. Like, I literally was like, oh, you're kidding. No. Goodbye.
Wow. Dude, bad. Like, you had like a $2 cone.
Yeah.
He could have just been like, use the freaking loose change in
That
his
was
car.
yeah, no, that was such a learning lesson for me because now I never just want to feel like I
Oh.
have to grab my purse when someone is initiating the dates like he was. So that's why I expected
Mhm.
me to not be so
Mhm.
in my head about that. Like I shouldn't have to be.
It was funny. I went on a date with this guy, and it was just like, this was, I think, it was a few dates in. And we were waiting to order our food. And since this was a few dates in, I don't want him to expect that I expect him to pay every single time, you know? Because I was like, this is a few dates in. I could pay for myself. We could split, like, you know. So we're waiting, and I go, I could pay for myself. I go, I got this. I could pay for myself. He goes, oh, cool. I'm really glad that you can pay for yourself, but you're not going to. And I'm like, he's like, good for you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you can pay for yourself, but I'm paying for this. I was like, okay.
So hot.
It really just made me feel feminine. And I was just like, okay. I guess that kind of went into like a worst date story almost. Like I was gonna bring that up. What's the best date that you've been on?
Ooh. Oh, are we talking about because I feel like it's
In your own terms.
because like for me, like I've been on like a cool first date, but it was with the wrong person. But I've also been on an amazing first date that didn't have much coolness on like the outside, but like the connection is what made it so amazing.
In your own terms. Best date. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm all yay. This was a second date, but it was a really good date. We went to the Roseville Flea Market. And this was a second date. And after the first date, I remember talking to him about the flea market during the date. I don't know, something that I go to, something that I like, right? At the end of the date, we were talking about seeing each other again, whatever. And he was like, well, the Rose Bowl is this Sunday, you said. And I was like, it is. He's like, you want to go? I was like, you want to go with me? He's like, yeah, I want to go with you. I was like, all right. That wasn't even like a week later when the Rose Bowl was. We went. I brought us matcha because he tried matcha on our first date and he liked it. He's matcha girly. So I brought us matcha because we went like really early. I mean, a 7 a.m. date, guys.
As early.
And that's early.
Yeah.
And
I kind of love that though.
I love, see, this is why it was such a good date because that's what I love. Waking up early, Sunday morning. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Going to the flea market, that's everything.
Yeah,
So
it's like waking up with your bestie, having a little bestie date, but it's with someone you actually are interested in.
Yes. So as we're like shopping around, we're going through the clothes, and there's this one booth that's like basically all dresses and blouses and stuff like that. And he goes, I want to pick you out an outfit. And I was like, you do? And he goes, yeah, I want to pick you out an outfit to wear on our next date. And I go,
is that not the best scenario possible? Like,
I felt like I was in a movie. I literally felt like I was in a movie. I was like, okay, I'll pick one out for you. So basically this whole time at the flea market, we are shopping for the other person for our next date. We're looking for an outfit, and it's like so fun because we are figuring out each other's style and stuff, and it's funny picking out certain things like, oh, don't pick that, or do pick that, or whatever, and holding things up to him and being like, oh, I don't know.
Straight out of a movie.
Held hands for the first time. Also, he like bought me some extra things too, just because I liked them, and he's like, this will look so cute on you. I'm like, dress me like your little doll. It was sweet. It was a really, really good date. And then afterwards, he bought us like fruit afterwards. We sat on this bench and we just talked for a long time, and it was just so sweet, like still getting to know each other and stuff. And it was a great date. Really good date.
You're like, best date
Of
my life.
Best date ever. So yeah, on my own terms, it's like my best date that I've gone on.
As of recently, the best date I've been on. Getting gelato in Laguna. Gelato Paradiso, if you guys haven't been. Laguna Beach. Best gelato there is. But yeah, me and this one guy who had been talking for a while. Our third date was
Go on.
not.
I'm sorry. I can't help it.
Yeah, so we went to get gelato. Then we just literally walked around Laguna, sat down on a bench, talked, and we hadn't kissed yet. Actually, no, this was our fourth date because I remember the third date, I was like, why have we not kissed?
Yeah, what's going on here?
What's happening? We were just sitting on the bench, and then we kissed, and it was just like this whole moment, and we just had like a really good conversation, and I just like...
We are talkers. We really are.
We really are. We really are. We talked about a lot, and I was just like laughing the whole time, and it was just like such a simple day, like literally just grabbing gelato, just like walking around and sitting on a bench and talking, and
by
then
the beach.
yeah, by the beach, and then like having our first kiss. Like it's so cheesy, but like it's just like a date that like I'm always gonna remember because it was just like everything just was like flowed, and like I was like, okay, like I could see myself really, really, really liking this guy, and like it was just a lot of key core memories.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that. It wasn't, you can think of a really good date that's like he did this and he planned that and all of this stuff and we did X, Y, and Z and everything. But honestly, why that was such a good date was not even physical, material, anything.
Nothing.
It was just two people with such a good connection, doing the most simple thing, but having the best time.
Having literally the best time of my life.
Yes.
It's just an unmatched feeling.
I love that. Especially when you were in your gelato era, too.
I was in my gelato era this past summer, you guys. I was having gelato. Like...
Dude, low-key, I'd get gelato.
Yeah.
I'm all low-key. I could go for some gelato.
Always.
Always gelato.
But yeah, that just goes to show that, like, it doesn't have to be an extravagant date to really connect with someone, or, you know, it's like the simple, it could be as simple as just a meaningful conversation, getting to know each other.
Exactly.
In a neutral setting.
Exactly.
Like both of our husbands watching this someday.
I know. Maddie and I think of that all the time. We're like, one day when we're married and we have kids, we're going to look back on us right now. We talk about that all the time.
We're in our wifey era right now.
We really are. I think that's when a lot of like patience for us comes in, where it's like, I am excited for that part of my life. So I'm really going to enjoy where I am right now.
Exactly.
And being single, I told Natalia this recently. You're all, let me hear it again. Although, you know, you said that you've been single for a while and everything, it's like someone can walk into your life any day and be like all in. We are in a relationship, like you know, putting down all your money on this. You don't know that. Things change all the time. And I think that makes you even more present in like where you are in being single and enjoying this time that you have alone and this solitude that you have and this independence that you have, because anything can change.
Yeah, things change so quickly. Like you can meet someone and think that they're your person, and then they end up not being your person. Or you could think you're going to be single for, you know, the next 2 years. You can plan on that, and then the right person comes around and they're all in for you, and then you're like, how can I pass up this opportunity? So it's like, yeah, things change so quickly, which is why we have to be so present with everything happening right now.
Yeah. And if you're in a way sad about being single and you're like, I want to be in a relationship, I want this, I want that, it's like that can come into your life anytime, but really enjoy where you are. And especially in your 20s, you grow every single day. You change every single day. You are a new version of yourself all the time.
I do not recognize myself 3 months ago. I'm like, who was she?
Exactly. Enjoy this version of yourself. Enjoy who you are right now.
Yeah.
And embrace her.
Mm-hmm.
before you share her with someone else. You know?
Mic drop.
And be confident in who she is and who you are. I'm the whole package, baby. I really am. And you sharing yourself with someone else is such a gift.
Yeah, there's nothing for us to be stressed about, to be worried about. Like, if you're currently single and you feel like you're never going to find your person, or that you are less than someone that's currently married or getting engaged, or just even in a relationship, and you feel like you're not worthy for that, just know that you are enough as you are right now, and everything is happening for you, not to you. You don't need to stress about any of that, because it's all going to happen when it's meant to. Like, nothing that is meant for you will pass you by. Nothing. And just put that energy into yourself right now, because you're going to look back one day when you are in this happy relationship, and you're going to look back and be so happy that you just were content with being on your own and being with your friends and doing things for you, and then that right person came into your life when he needed to come, he or she, you know?
Exactly.
That's what I remind myself.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
And also, like, you're going to be so happy of the things that didn't work out, too.
Oh, my gosh. Dude, I literally, like, the past 4 guys, I'm acting like I have this whole roster. Obviously, I haven't dated anyone but the guys that I've, like, gone on dates with and, like,
previous guys,
situationships.
Yeah.
I'm, like, the version of myself right now would not be happy in a relationship with any of those guys. So I see why it didn't work out, and I'm so happy it didn't work out, because I'm like, no, like, that's not what I want. That's not what I need. So it always is working out for you. It's always working out for you.
Always working out for you.
Yeah.
We always say that. We look at things in the past that have happened, and we're like, thank God. Like, thank God that didn't work out.
Oh, my gosh.
Thank God that happened. Yeah. Everything that I learned from it and how much I grew from that. Like, nothing comes into your life.
So many lessons.
For no reason.
So many lessons. But we want the lessons to stop, and we want our man to... No, but, like, everything's a lesson. Like, everything, you can learn so much.
It's true.
Friendships, situationships, relationships, literally any situation, you can learn so much.
That's literally what dating is learning more about yourself and guys and just, like, the world around you. It's literally just all a big learning experience. Yeah.
That's my, like, mentality. So when I lived in LA, I had Hinge, downloaded Hinge because I didn't know anyone in LA. So got on the Hinge train, went on a few dates, and my intention with every date was, like, I'm going to learn something about myself on this date. Every time I would leave a date, I would learn so much about myself and what I liked, what I didn't like, and I feel like everyone has to go through that phase to figure out what they want and need. And, you know, you have to have those options and just that, like, learning experience, you know?
Yeah. I'm not on Hinge anymore. I told you guys. Okay, when I did my dating episode, I did re-download it. That, like, Rose Bowl guy was from Hinge. And after that, like, I deleted it because I was just like, oh, this app is exhausting.
So exhausting.
It's exhausting, and I just didn't even want it on my phone anyways. I was running out of storage, and I was like, I don't need, this is not worth the lack of storage on my phone. It really isn't. And before I deleted it, I was so fed up that I even changed one of the prompts on my Hinge to, it was the prompt that was like, I'm weirdly attracted to, and I go, I'm weirdly attracted to men. And I'm not sure why, because you guys kind of suck. Because it's so true. I'm like, you guys low-key are the worst.
The worst.
And on Hinge, you know. But that's not true, actually. I met some good guys. Met some good guys, but not.
Yeah, I've met some really amazing guys on Hinge, but
it's actually a great place, but it's just exhausting when you're on there and you're like, I could do so much better things with my time.
You know, you have to have the energy. You have to, like, have a time limit.
You have to look at it in a way that it's fun.
Yeah. Exactly.
It is fun.
You can't take it too seriously.
No, exactly.
But I was just trying to meet people in LA. Like, that's literally why I got it and was going on dates. And I did meet a lot of people through that app, so it worked. But, like,
it served its purpose.
Nothing long term. But I do know, I have friends that have met their freaking person.
Oh my
off
gosh,
of Hinge.
yeah. So many people commented and said that they're married to people that they met on dating apps. I'm like,
We
go
love
you.
that.
We love that.
Like, yeah. That's
Did
amazing.
you meet third date gelato guy on Hinge?
No.
On Instagram?
Yeah.
Still social media. Did you meet him through people?
No. We met on Instagram. Like,
It's still online
social
dating.
Media.
It's
still
still
social media.
basically online dating, just not a dating app.
I guess. Yeah.
I'll put it in that category.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'm okay with that.
Neither of us are really going on dates right now, but we date ourselves all the time.
We do.
That's not true. What's your favorite date to take yourself on?
Ooh. My favorite date to take myself on is going for a PCH drive and getting a coffee and a pastry and going for a long beach walk and listening to a podcast or just listening to music, whatever I'm feeling. And then coming home. Just having, like, a slow day, you know?
That's so
Like,
me, yeah.
Nothing planned. Like, literally just, like, no plans. Just take a bath if I want to. Watch a movie. Just be with me.
Just be.
You know? Just be.
Not even paying attention to what time it is. That's a huge thing for me, is not putting myself on a time limit, is because I feel like when I have gone on dates with like good dates, a lot of it is like you're not even looking at your phone. You're not really paying attention to what time it is. You're very like present with the person. So be that with yourself. Be so present with yourself wherever you are. And that causes a lot of slowness.
That is so true. I feel like the best dates I've been on are when time goes by so quickly and you're not looking at your phone and you're like, how did we spend this much amount of time together?
Dude, yeah, I went on dates with, it was like 6 hours, and I was like, I could still keep walking around with you. I could keep doing this.
But that's like, when you're not subject to a time limit, you're just like being.
Exactly. So that's feeling that with yourself too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing with taking yourself out on dates is having that energy, having that same energy. And I think that also just like speaks volumes of the person that you're with too, that it is that easygoing. That's how you know it's like a good date too.
100%.
But that's why going out on dates with yourself is so important, because you learn what that energy and what that vibe is, what you are giving to yourself in that alone time, and is adding someone to that going to make it better, make it worse? Like, pay attention to those things.
Such important feelings to have.
Yeah.
Like, when you're with someone, how do they truly make you feel? Like, is this feeling better than, you know, when you're with your friends or when you're alone? Like, just being aware of that
do
is
they
like
add?
Game changer for me.
Yeah, did they add to those things?
Yeah.
Or
do you feel
huge.
safe? Do you feel warm? Do you feel relaxed? Do you feel calm?
Yeah, at peace.
At peace.
Do you feel like, yeah, at ease?
Yeah. Of course, it's like normal to have butterflies, but like.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
I'm a nervous bitch. Like, I'm an anxious ass. I'm a little anxious ass bitch. So
a little anxious
I get
ass bitch.
Yeah.
English.
English, please.
English. What else we dipping into?
Do you have a crush on anyone?
She said, "I want the tea."
Maddie got a hot tea from the coffee shop today, and she was bringing the piping hot tea to the podcast. She was like, "I'm preparing." Matcha's also
We're
tea,
being
kind
vulnerable.
of.
We're being honest here.
Are you? Are you gonna be honest?
Of
Have
course.
you been honest?
Of course I'm gonna be honest. No, I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna lie about everything I've said is a lie.
That's one thing about us. We're just too vulnerable on the internet.
Too vulnerable.
You guys want to know? Ask us. I'll tell.
Yeah.
I'll tell.
Do I have a crush? Yeah. Do you have a crush?
How's that going? I asked you first.
How's that going?
Yeah.
Things are complicado at the moment. Situationships are just rough, you guys.
Oh.
They're rough. Like, at a point you have to be like, all right, if this isn't going further, I gotta let go. I gotta figure out what's going on here.
Do you follow the 3-month rule?
For the most part, yeah.
You try
like
to.
I feel like it is a good milestone.
It just kind of happens.
I feel like even without attaching like an an end result,
Yeah.
I feel like by 3 months, like we're either in or out. Like what's going on here? Because we're not trying to waste time.
Yeah. I feel like by that time you do know how you feel about a person, and you do know like your intentions. Like truly.
Yeah.
But at that point it's kind of decision time, like are we going to do this or we're not going to do this?
Exactly. Yeah, it's a little bit complicated right now. I'm not
gonna lie. Hey, I feel like that's just dating in your 20s. That's just dating in your 20s.
But I will say that I am happy.
Hell yeah.
I am doing great.
At peace?
I'm at peace 100% because no matter like what happens with this situation, I'm good. I'm great.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Because I feel like you can always like, what I'm trying not to do is like attach myself to any outcome. Like whatever happens is how it's supposed to happen. And I have seen that in my past, situationships, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Like I see why they didn't work out, and I've always been good. So it's like regardless whether, this ends up working out or not, it's going to be okay. I'm going to be okay cuz that's just how it's meant to be, you know?
The other day I was having a conversation with Autumn and Alex said something that like really stuck with me about this.
Of course he did.
And yes, and
love Alex.
He was like, basically the tide is going to come in and out of your life. Like things are going to come in waves and whatever, but you have you at the base of this, and whatever comes in and out of your life, you are still there and you are still standing. And don't just let it take you, whatever comes in and out of your life. Like you have to know who you are and be who you are and be sure of yourself before things can just like come in and out of your life and stuff. And I think that's like when life tests you too, is test if you are going to stay or if you are going to just like be all over the place.
I feel like especially in our 20s, like we're going to experience so much of this, like friendships coming in and out, relationships coming in and out, just people are going to come in and out of your life, and you have to be able to be there for yourself when those times do come, because the bittersweet thing is people are going to leave, or you have to decide to leave because this person's not serving you anymore. It's like being in your 20s is just so hard, dude. It's so hard.
Tell me about it. It
is so hard.
Things change absolutely every single day.
Things change so quick.
People that are in your life, situations, jobs, hobbies, your daily routine, everything changes all the time.
Moving back home. Did we think we were going to do that?
Absolutely
no.
not.
Here we are.
Absolutely not.
And who knows where we're going to be a year from now. Like things are just constantly changing. Always.
Exactly. But through everything, you have yourself.
You have yourself.
And find so much peace and clarity within that. I truly do.
Same.
That's why I have so much confidence in myself. It's because whatever comes in and out,
I'm good.
I got me.
Yeah.
I got me.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you, Alex, for that, because that was a huge thing. I was like, wow, that's so true. And Autumn and Alex have such a beautiful relationship, and they said that when they found each other, they were so sure in themselves that when they found each other, it just made so much sense and it just clicked.
Yeah.
Because it just fit, and they flourished together in who they are and what they've learned from each other. And
yeah, it's so inspiring to like see how, because I've known Autumn since for so long, so just seeing him plop into her life and just seeing the beautiful relationship that they have, it inspires me.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%. They inspire me. Caitlin and Hunter inspire me.
Yeah.
I love having friends that are in so many different phases of life. I learned so much from everyone. It's like I got my single friend, I got my friends that have been in 5-year relationship. I have my friends that have been in a 6-month or 8-month relationship, Autumn and Alex. And it's just crazy.
It's crazy. But yeah, you learn so much through like just watching your friends go through their different life stages. I've learned so much through seeing my friends, and they've learned so much through me.
Yeah.
It's just we're all learning. We're all learning from each other.
Yeah, but through everything we've been on the same path. So it's like
Since you guys broke up.
Yeah. And
In that sense.
although I've learned so much from other people, I feel like I learned so much from you, because since we're both going through the same things, and in a lot of ways, it's just a different type of relatability and learning through each other.
No, and like you've taught me so much too. Like even though like I'm this like single, like I've been doing this, like you taught me so much. Like just like how to be more open, because something about me, I'm an avoidant, I self-sabotage. And Lindsay has taught me to really just speak up when I need to, and to feel my feelings. And I feel like I've just grown so much in the past 2 months because of some of the conversations we've had.
Oh my gosh.
Don't think it's just me helping you. Like you've done a lot for me too.
Oh, shut up. I'm going to cry. You know, it's so true. How much we've taught each other through our conversations and everything. We've been talking for a long ass time. The sun is going
down. Like down.
Natalia and I are going to go out to dinner with Caitlin right now. And we just wanted to have this little chatty chat with you guys beforehand. This was so good.
We need to do this more.
I know. This was such a good conversation.
Yeah.
All about single life, single in your 20s. Share your guys' experiences down below. How you're doing.
Yeah, and also just let us know if you relate to anything that we've been going through. Because we are no experts here. Like, we are just, we're learning as we go too.
We are figuring it out day by day.
But at least we have each other.
We do have each other.
To being in our 20s, baby.
Cheers to being in our 20s.
The highs and lows. Hello. Let's end it here with one last thing. Lindsay Ray.
What?
Do you have a crush right now?
I already did the outro of the video.
Nope.
We were already outroing the video.
Nope. Lindsay Ray, do you have a crush right now?
Guys, having a crush is, number 1, disgusting. Number 2, embarrassing.
Honestly, yeah.
Having a crush.
It's so...
Having feelings for someone, it's disgusting.
Ick.
I'm disgusted in myself.
Yeah.
Smiling at my phone from, like, reading a text. Like, grow up.
Like, looking forward to seeing their name on your phone. Bye-bye.
Get over yourself.
Can we not be doing that?
I'm actually embarrassed. No, I'll be in public and I'm like, ew.
Them reacting to your Be Real and getting a little butterfly
in your stomach?
No, I don't.
Ew.
That is like so disgusting.
Get out of here.
Let's not do that.
How do you have that over me? Goodbye.
No. Immediate no.
I'm just sitting here enjoying myself, and all of a sudden I'm like,
all of a sudden I'm like, not a vibe.
But also, having a crush is such a beautiful thing.
It really is. It's really exciting.
Okay. Got the lights on. Okay. Now we're just yellow.
Literally.
One way to look at dating as like fun and lighthearted and everything is just enjoying having those feelings for someone and thinking of it as such a beautiful thing. It's so beautiful to have a crush on someone and to feel those feelings.
It's exciting.
Yeah, like you don't have to take it so in such a serious way where you're just like, no, I'm just enjoying that I these feelings are coming up for someone.
Yeah, especially when you haven't felt them in a long time.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, I forgot that I can feel this way. Like it's refreshing.
Yeah, it's refreshing. It is. That's such a. I just really like that mindset around it.
Mhm. But also disgusting.
It's also disgusting, but it's beautiful.
It's disgustingly beautiful.
It's disgustingly beautiful, yeah. and I
kind of here for it.
Yeah. I'm embarrassed by it, but
yeah,
whatever.
We gotta wear it proudly though. So that didn't really answer my question. Lindsay Ray, do you have a crush right now?
I have a crush.
Okay.
I'm a girl. I'm human. In case you guys forgot. And I would write him a note in class and say, "Do you want a hug at recess?" I would do that.
That's your vibe right now.
Go, "Do you want a hug after?" Would you be there to like giggle and scream, like push me towards him? To
Absolutely.
You
Oh
be
my
there?
gosh, me and you in middle school together.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Anyways, okay, it's absolutely dark outside, and I apologize for this. But it was kind of nice. Like we sat through the sunset together. It wasn't a great sunset tonight, but I appreciated her.
We love it.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us for such a long time.
If you made it this long, you're a real one.
Yeah.
For real. If you made it this long, comment below.
I really truly loved this. This was great.
No, like
Let's do this more often.
All I've ever wanted.
Let me know if you guys like this. If you like these little car chats, car podcast episodes. But I love you guys so much. We're gonna go eat some dinner. I'm excited. Can't wait. I love you, Natty.
Level. I love you more. Mwah.
You guys are invited to our wedding. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.